Welcome to episode 15 of the T.O.D. Project, brought to you by Triumph Company with your hosts, Marcel Scott and Jared Klein. Today, on the T.O.D. Project, special guest Ally Lynn, along with Marselis and Jared, go into the amazements of manifestation and visualization, the fascination of travel, and the potential disconnect between science and religion, as well as Ally letting the people know some teasers about her upcoming releases. Get connected with Triumph Company on Instagram at Triumph Company US, as well as visiting their website, triumphcompany.us, while using the code TOD10, that is TOD10, TOD10 for 10% off your order at checkout. We would love and appreciate it if you would subscribe to the TOD Project on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, along with following the podcast on Spotify. Also, episode 20 of the TOD Project will be streamed live on our YouTube channel. The link to our YouTube will be in the description of Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a stream. Finally, follow our special guest Ally on Instagram at Ally Lynn, that is at ALLYY.LYNN. With that, sit back, relax, and open your minds for today's episode. Welcome back to episode 15 of the TOD Project. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, you can see that we have another special guest here, but if you're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you do not know that. But today, we have another special guest, honestly, to add to our plethora of interesting special guests that I never thought we would have on our podcast. But today we have Ally Lynn. Obviously, we'll get into her in a little bit. Let her tell her story. Let her tell what she's all about. But just want to say a little PSA. If you guys want to support us, go down in the links below. Check out triumphcompany.us. Cop some merch. That's the instant kind of feedback that we get that you guys are about us. Yes, you see Marcellus stunting that shit already. So yeah, let's get into it. How you guys doing today? Ally, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Marcellus, my man, how you doing?
Man, I am doing good. We got Ally Lynn. We about to get it in. I am so happy for this podcast. It's 15, man. 15 like Tim Tebow. Oh my gosh. You already know I'm excited. I could do this every day. Yeah. But yeah, let's get
I'm
it.
excited too. I'm very excited.
Also, I want to reiterate quick. You guys heard this in the intro for the people listening. Episode 20 will be live. It will be live streamed on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube. Again, I will keep plugging this whole podcast and the next 4 podcasts before it, just so you guys know. But yeah, anyways, Ally, let's get into you. You're the guest. Obviously, you're on here. So tell the audience, tell us a little bit about you. I know you said pre-recording that you don't really like do this, but throwing you into the deep end. So yeah, let us know a little bit about Ally Lynn.
All right. Yeah, I feel like talking about yourself is so awkward all the time. But I grew up in Atlanta. I am a singer. I sing R&B. And I've been working like really hard for the past couple years at my career. And I signed with management a year ago, and I'm just kind of living life. I'm also in college in Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm back and forth from Nashville to Atlanta. So I have a lot of people, in Nashville and Atlanta, and like I just like having all kinds of different people in my life anyway. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm excited for the podcast. So
What are you majoring in if you're going in college?
I'm majoring in music business and political science.
Oh, awesome. Perfect application to that.
A lot
That's
of people
awesome.
try political science, but I
Yeah,
feel
I was thinking that. I ain't gonna
well,
lie. Question mark.
before music business, I was a political science and French minor. But I was like, well, I'm trying to make a music career, so I might as well do music business. I'm at a music school. Why am I not doing music business?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Where you go?
I go to Belmont University.
Belmont University.
That's right, that man. That's not far from where I'm at. Well, kind of. But anyways.
Yeah.
How are you liking college?
For me, it's kind of frustrating because I feel like I have like 2 lives. I have like a college life, and then I have like my music life. So it's kind of frustrating being in college while things are moving in like my music career. I just want to like finish college so badly so I have more time and the availability to like take more opportunities.
Drop
So my manager won't let
out.
me. I'm like, Day, please let me, like, I'm like, what if I just drop out of school, like just for a little bit, and then I go back? He's super into school. He graduated like top of his class, so he's super into that. But
I mean, if it's applicable and it'll make you like conduct your own music career, I mean, better, I mean, you could probably learn it other ways, but I mean, if you're already in it, you might as well
well,
stick to it. And
I also think as a woman, like in the music industry, I think it's really important to know the business side of it and be able to walk into a room and assert yourself, because there are a lot of men in the industry. A lot of record labels are ran by men and everything. So as a woman, being able to walk into a room and be like, no, I know exactly.
Thank you so much.
Know exactly what you're talking about, and being able to talk business as well, I think is really important for this industry.
Sheesh. Okay, Allie, I got a question for you because I did a little research. It wasn't nothing creepy, nothing crazy. I had to get a little bit of info before I got on the pod. Kids asked. Okay, so I gotta ask you. So what was going through your mind when you finally performed on State Farm Arena? Because I believe you said in one of your captions you wanted to perform there when you was like 12 or maybe even younger when Britney Spears performed there. So what was it like when you were singing the national anthem? Was it national anthem? Yeah, national anthem. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really, really cool. So I sang my first national anthem at 12, and I had gone to like my first concert. Like you were saying, the Britney Spears concert when I was like 10, I think. And I looked at my dad and I was like, I'm gonna perform in this arena. It was at Phillips Arena. And then when I was 12, I ended up doing it. And it was like the most magical thing ever. And then I did it again this past year. And it was just like, it really took me back to that moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I remember like that little girl with the big dreams, and it's just like took me back. It's really cool. Really cool.
I got a pun real quick. Oops, I did it again. When you went from 12 to now, you went to the Britney Spears concert, you did it at 12, then you did it now. Oh my God, girl. Okay, I see you though. So when is the new music dropping though? You got anything exclusive about the drop that you can let the audience know on the podcast?
I wish I could give y'all more information. I really wish, because I had a TikTok that blew up like a few weeks ago for this one song, which kind of changed all of our plans, because it was kind of like out of nowhere. We didn't expect that to happen. So that song is going to be dropping as my first single instead of the single that we had picked out, and it's called Superhero.
Oh.
Yeah, we just started recording it a couple weeks ago, but I got COVID and my voice was like really down, and it wasn't good, and I couldn't really record that well. So it's not finished. So I have to go to Atlanta this next week and finish it up, and then hopefully it'll be out in the next month or two.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Next month. Heard it here first. Stay tuned.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, or not Podcast. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. What is gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah, on everything. It'll be
all
on everything.
that.
And we have the merch ready. I mean, we have like all of the marketing plans ready. We're really excited because I really like the message of the song too. The message is huge for me. It's basically just it's about how like the chorus is superheroes ain't real, but the meaning behind it is more the superhero that we grew up with, that perfect, figure, is not real. Superheroes come in a lot of different forms, and they're not perfect ever. Heroes are regular people with faults. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the whole basis of the song.
I mean, dang, I would like to be able to shoot webs and be able to climb walls and be strong as hell. But I want you, I don't know if you're ready though. You mind singing a little vocals of the chorus on the podcast for us?
Oh, goodness.
If you don't want to do it, we understand. Nah, you got to do it.
Man, because we just had Denver. Yo, shout out to
Um,
Denver. I want him to do a
I gotta
freestyle. He
think
didn't
up.
do one, so we gotta have you do one.
Okay. I'm thinking, should I start from the chorus? I'll start from. Found out that your heel wasn't everything. Found it smoking up on the balcony. And I don't wanna change him cause I would be doing the same. And I don't wanna blame him cause we're all working through our pain. I guess superheroes ain't real. Hey, yeah. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit of it.
Dang. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God. That was amazing.
It's a little different with the track. The track hits a little different. Like when you know what I mean? Like the
It's got to
drum,
drop. Does it drop in there somewhere or what?
yeah, it drops on superheroes ain't real. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. If we
I
ever
think I
drop
gotta
a
find that. I gotta find that TikTok and listen to that song a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
he
gonna,
about to be in the
it's
car
gonna be a
again.
banger. It's gonna be a banger.
Thank you.
One thing I was thinking about. I feel like the thing like when I come across an artist that isn't popular, like on their songs that hit really hard, they have a hook that is just the catchiest thing of all time. Like when I feel like the sad thing is like obviously it takes a lot of work to blow up as a small artist, but like how much of you like how much does it take not to like rinse and repeat something that's possibly working, for like someone
Mm,
bigger with a similar style?
You know, for me, like as an artist, that is difficult because you definitely listen to like successful artists and you're like, damn, I really, really like their sound. I really like cadences. I really like all of this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's it's harder when I'm trying to make a song that I think will be popular. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to necessarily do that. But sometimes as an artist, you have to think that way to start your career, right? But the way that I stay away from that is just like really being genuine, like in my writing. And I've been singing for so long. I have, my natural melodies that I go to. So I just naturally go to like those melodies and those cadences and like everything that, I
Mm-hmm.
love. And then that's when like the originality comes out. And that's how Superheroes came out. It was just kind of like a natural progression and just being me and not trying to copy anyone. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's how smaller artists blow up. Your originality and just being true to your sound and who you are is how you blow up
Mm-hmm.
and how you build a career. You know what I mean? Instead of just being like a one hit wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was going to be my second question is how do you keep that longevity, but you answered it. I feel Denver said we had a hip hop artist from Manchester um on last episode. I mean 2 episodes ago, and he kind of said, yeah, that's why I said in the beginning, like add to our guests of people I never thought we'd have on.
UK.
He said something along the lines of really making sure you're staying true to yourself and staying true to what you trust and not trying to. I mean, maybe you can take a few things along the road that you see are hitting, but staying to your sound, your like you said, your cadence, your what you're comfortable with, and really trusting all that.
Mhm.
So kind
Yeah,
of
I
a
think it's really
universal.
important. And there's a lot of pressure with social media and TikTok and all of this stuff that's just like right in our face all the time. Like there's so much pressure to do what's trending,
Mm-hmm.
and and honestly, before a couple months ago, I had made a couple songs that I didn't really like think was really me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And really like the minute I started doing me again was like the minute that everything started falling in place. And I think that's true to anyone in any profession. Like do you, like do what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Be you. And everything's gonna work out. Work hard. You know? People
Mm-hmm.
are so like pressured to be someone that they're not, something that's trending or something that's just like in their face all the time.
Like Moneybag Yo said, it's me versus me. Like, who can compete?
Hey!
All right. So, Ali, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? You see yourself packing out arenas, on stages, maybe having your own fashion brand, something. I don't know. I'm just asking because honestly, I can see it. I can see it, but
Yeah.
I want to know what you can see, because the vision of the artist is really important on where you want to see yourself, you know, the next 3 to 5 to 10 years in your career. So where do you see yourself being?
Well, in the next 3 to 5 years, I definitely want to be on tour. I definitely see myself somehow getting on tour.
Okay.
Because that's like my dream. Performing, oh my gosh. Performing, I just love it so much. The theatrics, the stage, the dancing, like all of that. All of that's awesome to me. But definitely an album or two out that are successful, maybe working with some artists that I look up to.
Ooh, that was my next question.
Yeah.
So, the dream artist you could work with, you like, okay, if we was in the studio and we was together, I might be starstruck, but let's do a song together. I think it'd be the best song ever. What artist on this planet you would really want to truly be on a song with? Like a dream collab.
That's such a hard question. That's such a hard question. A dream collab. Ooh, Jessie Reyes, hands down.
Okay. I don't know who that is, so
I was just gonna
excuse
say
me,
I
guys.
don't think I've ever heard of her.
You have to go check her out. Jessie Reyes is, oh, she's amazing.
Jesse Red. Hold on, that name kind of sounds familiar.
She's pretty big. I mean, she's doing really, really well.
Any songs like
Jesse
I'm
Reyes.
trying to think of one that is maybe popular. Let me look. Another one would be Russ, because Russ went to my high school.
Hey, what you? Hey, Russ is the man. Have you heard that song "Freed Up"? That's my jam right there.
I actually don't think I've heard that one.
Hey,
I have is
agree.
like the This Is Russ on Spotify. I usually just play that on repeat all the time.
Yeah. Russ, oh, he's so cool. And I went to one of his concerts in high school, like after he had just blew up, and our whole school was there, right? Because he went to the same high school. And
Oh snap, for real?
yeah, he went to my high school.
Dang, I thought Russ was from the West Coast.
No, he's from suburbs of Atlanta.
Oh, see, look, you see how she did that? Suburbs of Atlanta. He
Suburbs.
went down there in Zone 6. He went down there. No, he went down there with them down there.
Definitely suburbs. But honestly, our high school though was not a regular suburban high school. We were like a really like, it was all kinds of like mixtures of cultures and, you know, music and all kinds of stuff at our high school. It wasn't like a regular suburban high school, I would say. But yeah, I went to one of his concerts and I was like, one day I'm gonna collab with him. One day, you just wait. I'm manifesting it.
And put it on a
Okay.
vision board. It'll happen.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
need your autograph when you come to Nashville, just in case. I'm just gonna put it up somewhere. Also, this podcast, we're gonna put it out. Hey, you heard it first. We're gonna put that out. We're gonna be like, look, she was on the T.O.D project before she blew up. We knew her before then. But
stop. You're embarrassing me.
I mean, you say the stuff you say, you speak it like a magic show. Like literally, you was like, I'm gonna speak on that stage. Boom, you was on that stage more than once. So I wouldn't be surprised if you and Russ was doing a song together. I really wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work my butt off and make it happen, because that would be really cool, especially coming from the same high school.
Jerry, you know what we need to do, bro? We need to come out with a women's fashion line, and then we need to put Allie in the music video with Russ, and it'll be our fashion line. And she in there rocking it, singing it, doing her thing. I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking about getting into women's fashion too, because,
Really?
man, yeah, I picked
What
up
made you want to do that?
I started working at H&M and folding women's lingerie and clothes and stuff like today. Today I was at the crash register, so I had to scan some women's underwear and lingerie and stuff. And I was scanning, and she was like, "Yeah," she's like, "They put that tag in an awkward area, didn't they?" I was like, "Yeah, they did." But it's just, you know, woman's fashion is this is amazing. Like literally, a woman with style is so attractive to me. Like a woman can dress, she got that walk. You know, that's amazing to me. And I think that fashion is just something that can allow somebody to be able to express themselves in certain ways. Like if you've probably seen Coco Chanel stuff. Like I was reading the book, The Laws of Human Nature, was talking about how Coco Chanel got started. Man, that woman was a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Her clothes
She's
are a beast
really
too.
cool. She's on the show with Raw Deirdre?
No, okay, you're thinking of Chanel West Coast.
Oh, jeez.
I'm talking about Coco Chanel, like the Chanel bag. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh
talking
my God. Right
Oh,
over. Right over.
Yeah,
That was
the
funny.
hey,
fashion
That
designer
was
with the
that was
purse like
funny.
that.
oh no.
No, that girl, she got a. Hey, look,
Have you
she
heard
got
her
a.
laugh?
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's what
horrible.
I was gonna
Oh
say.
my,
Oh my
It's
gosh.
horrible.
that's why he keeps her up there, right? For her laugh?
And Stilo just makes fun of her all the time.
Yeah.
Yup.
She makes him laugh every time she laughs. Like,
My God.
she really does.
We need to cancel her off the show.
Yeah. Where's that cancel culture? Just
Wait, isn't she a rapper or something?
I think she
Oh
is, yeah.
snap! Yeah,
I think
she
she's
is.
a rapper.
I heard one of her songs. Oh no! Tell
No.
her please stop if you ever meet her. Um,
She's probably popping though, let's be honest.
I'm
She's
scared.
probably popping. She's got that platform. She could release anything and it'd be popping, let's be honest.
Oh, for sure. You got a platform. You can do
You can do anything.
anything. All right.
that's true. Shout out to Jake Paul. That man doing everything: boxing, YouTube. They doing music, all types of stuff. I want to get on that level. I want to drop an album. Just drop one out of nowhere, just because I'm
Yeah.
Marselis Scott. Just
And like music
drop
not
an
even
album.
be your thing and it just go crazy.
Right.
That's how it works. Like people that have huge platforms, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Shit, you'll cop that collab with Russ.
I'm manifesting it.
But you see what you hear what he said though, cop. So you gonna have to pay a price, I guess. He just said cop.
Oh,
How much
That was a
how much do you think he charges for a feature?
well,
That's gotta be insane.
Yeah, probably about 100K,
no.
50K.
Jeez, if I was him, I'd charge that much for a feature.
So one guy, I was talking to this one guy for a feature. I'm not gonna say his name because, but
100%.
he's pretty successful, right? Pretty successful. And he was asking for 20K. So it wasn't, I don't know if it was because maybe my managers knew him well and like he was giving a discount price, but I don't know. I mean, it also depends on your relationship. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like it all depends on the relationship that you have with them and the vibe that you have. Like if they genuinely want to work with you, like they're not even gonna charge sometimes. You know?
Mhm.
So it just depends. I don't know. I'd pay it anyways, though. Honestly, like, yeah, it's 50K for every time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go work for 6 months and get back to you. And
That
then,
50K gonna turn to 500K because you get on a
Real
song
quick.
with Russ, it's gonna blow up. As soon as they go out, it's gonna blow up.
People are just
Literally,
gonna listen
blow
to
up.
it because the name.
oh yeah,
Just you're gonna get all those listens, just a flood of listens. And who and it I mean, both melodic type of style. Ooh, that song would bang out.
Mm.
I feel like that song would it would only blow up. I feel like it would have to blow up. His melodic style would go so well with what you were. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't listened to any of your music until you started singing here, so I feel like that would mesh really well.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think me and Russ could vibe like really well for sure. But I also have other because my management works with a lot of other artists. So, we're looking into, other artists here and there for some features and stuff because honestly, it is hard to like break into the music industry. Sometimes you got to have friends to help you get in there,
Hmm.
just to get your start. But yeah.
What's your like? I mean, I would think you'd have like qualifications for an artist to feature with you, or like you to be interested in an artist to feature with you. What type of what are those qualifications that you're looking for? I mean, obviously you got to gel, but
Hmm. Well, actually, my management, we decide that together.
hmm
Like I don't get to just go out and like feature with anyone that I want,
hmm
just because we're business partners at this point. They're a little more than management too. They've helped me in a lot of different ways as well. Um, but we typically, if the qualifications for featuring for me at this point before I've like put out a single or anything like that is basically like one, do I want to work with them? Two, is it going to help my career in some way?
hmm
We're not really interested in money. You know what I mean? Because we've had people reach out, oh, I'll pay this, I'll pay that, I'll pay this, I'll pay that. Like, I'm sorry, we're not in it for the money. You know what I mean? Like, we're in it for the music. So, we evaluate that.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it, But, I mean, it just has to fit. I'm not just gonna get a feature from someone just to get a feature from them. Like it has to fit in my brand, my music, my style. So there's a lot of things that depend on that.
There's got to be a lot of value there. That's what I'm getting back from that.
Yeah, lots of value for
Mhm.
sure. Because if you stay true to like your passion and the music, because my first love is music, right? Like I'm not really in it for the money. Yes, do I want to be successful?
See, look.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest for the people in the back.
Yeah, for the people in the
Like,
back.
get some money? Of course I do. Help my family, of course I want to do all that. But if you stay true to your love, your passion, what you're good at, the money will come. It'll come.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Marcel,
Okay.
I'm sorry if I
Well,
cut you off. I knew you were
well,
gonna ask.
I'm just gonna be real. My mentor said that money talks and bullshit walks. So I don't know what to say on that. But then again, I truly feel you on that because when it comes to our business, like clothes, designing, and just being an entrepreneur, I love the process of creating something,
Yeah.
of being a part of a team, of us collectively making some stuff. Like Jared just dropped the shirt. Well, we ain't dropped it officially yet, but he dropped the mock-up. And I don't know if you want me to do a spoiler alert on the podcast or not. But anyways, he
Go
dropped
for
the
it.
shirt. He dropped the shirt that said "Shut up and work." And I was like, oh, let's go. Let's go. And then we also got other things. I want to come out with button ups. So okay, I feel like I'm just giving too much on the
Yeah,
podcast.
just go to the point.
But yeah, I want to do button ups and stuff with the embroidery right here on the pocket right there. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I was even sketching in my journal. Now I ain't gonna show y'all because my handwriting ain't the best. My drawing, ain't but in my mind it was good.
Yeah. That's all that counts.
As long as you can interpret it and explain it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Well, Ali, are you into traveling or anything? Because you seem like maybe your music could be in the UK or France or somewhere overseas.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have family in Spain.
What?
Yeah, on the southern coast of Spain. So I've been there a lot. I've been to
Ooh.
Portugal and all of that. France. That's pretty much it. I
Yeah.
love traveling. Love
Hold on,
traveling.
Ali. Didn't I see you on a private jet on Instagram?
Yes.
She want to act like she ain't bougie, like she ain't about the money, but she was on a
I'm
private jet.
not
How was
bougie.
that?
I
Because
promise I'm not bougie. I promise.
we gonna get a private jet for Triumph Company. But how was it on a private jet though? I know it had to feel some type of way. You ain't gotta
Oh,
be in
yeah.
line at TSA. You ain't gotta worry about all the bull crap and the little snacks they give you, the little brisket cookies in the water.
And those
Yeah.
those
And
horrible
on a private
goddamn.
jet, you got the drinks and like good snacks and like the good drinks. But yeah,
Honestly.
it was fun. It feels special, I guess, being on a private plane.
What's
Yeah.
your dream vacation, whether destination or what you'll be doing?
I really want to go to Singapore.
Ooh.
Really,
Okay.
it's beautiful. Like it's so beautiful, and they have that one hotel there that like the pool is like an infinity pool, but it's at the top of the hotel, and the hotel is like super super tall, like huge.
Ooh.
It's really pretty. I would love to go there.
Yeah, we go. I'm gonna need the link to that so I can Google that. I might have to just take a picture of, put it on my wall, so that way I can manifest it. Cause I got a whole vision board right here of things that I want to go do and see.
Oh yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah, like
I bet
really.
it's just crazy.
No.
Like with the Maldives with like you're in like an in water hut and like the base of like under like the base of your hut you can see like all the fish around you and stuff.
What?
It's right
Yeah,
here, man.
that looks
Really
sick.
cool.
That looks sick.
All I gotta
I
say
want to see
is,
pyramids. Like, who's
Ooh.
seen a pyramid before?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? This is-
Giza would be one hell of a trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was hearing about? Do you know who Joe Rogan is, Ellie?
Yes.
Okay, I listened to you know he uploads like all his clips and shit from his podcast on YouTube. He was talking about they were talking about the Mayan pyramids. I think it's called Teotihuacan or something down in Mexico. I think it might be in Mexico,
Oh, that's cool.
but they said they're bigger than. I might be wrong. I might have interpreted something. They said they're bigger than the pyramids in Egypt,
No.
and they built something where it's like there's this big pyramid, right? It
Yeah.
kind of if you've ever heard of like Chichen Itza or something like that, that's the more common one. It's like this big pyramid, and then there's a big like there's like a moat like dug out, and it's like straight out from the pyramid. And
Oh,
he said like the tour guy went down into this moat and like was talking at a regular voice, and they were still up at the pyramid. He was like almost like 200 yards away, and they could still hear him.
what?
That was it
Just
was
because
crazy.
his voice echoing off the walls and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
like they like built it in a certain way. I don't know how or how to even explain it. They couldn't even explain. The dude couldn't even explain it. Where like it just amplified his voice insanely. They said it was crazy.
Crazy. They were so smart.
Oh
Like
my
so smart. With the
god, so
technology
smart.
that they didn't have, they were pretty okay. How did they build the pyramids?
Aliens.
Oh, question mark.
It's
That's what
it's
I
got
think.
There's no
it's
way.
aliens. It's
Yes.
aliens. They're in the hieroglyphics in Egypt. There's UFOs in the hieroglyphics in Egypt. There's no way. There's no way.
There's no way. They
No
say
way.
mudslides. Are you kidding? Those big blocks, they're not gonna be able to push that up a mudslide.
Think of just what 30 men. Ugh, one rock. Ugh.
They don't even
Just
have.
Ah,
They don't even
just
have.
manpowering it. It's got to be aliens.
Yeah.
That
gotta
Marcellus,
be.
Marcellus, keep this on wraps because I want an expert on. I feel like that'd be an awesome conversation. We get an
Dude,
expert
I
on.
got you. I got you.
Cool.
Oh my, that'd be so dope.
We got to get Chris Vargas on the podcast. He'll explain it in brief details. Him or Trayvon Matthew. I don't know if you guys heard of Gaia. It's kind of like Netflix. You ever heard of that? It's spelled GAIA.com. They talk about the alien sightings. They talk about the pyramids. They talk about the Anunnaki. They talk about all that stuff. Gosh, you can go down a whole rabbit hole and find a lot of carrots down there. But
How much of it? How much is it?
it's like same price as Netflix. I think like $99 a month or $9.99. Yeah, like $10 a month.
Because they just censor all that shit on YouTube, so you can't even watch the real stuff anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Do y'all believe in alternate realities? Like different. Like,
We don't went there. You talking about like multiple dimensions and
Are
all
you
that stuff.
Ooh, alternate.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
I believe it 100%, and I have a great story to back it up.
Go for it.
Okay,
hear it.
well, hold on. Let me ask you this right before you go to the story. So, when we die, what do you think we just go to another dimension, or what? What do you think? You go into
Ooh, death is.
Because I am like I do believe in God, but I'm also a very logical person who likes facts and like statistics and like all of that. So I have my thoughts about where we go after we die or why religion was made and like all of these things. So like I'm not sure what I believe. I have no clue what I believe right now.
Yeah, we'll just see when it happens. But what was the story you was about to say?
Okay, so last Christmas, I am on my way from my dad's house to my mom's house. My parents are divorced. And it was Christmas Eve, and it was like 12 o'clock at night ish, right? And I'm driving on the highway, and there's a median next to me, like a pretty tall median. And all of a sudden, I'm driving, and this huge truck, I'm talking huge truck, huge headlights, comes flying over from the other direction. So if I'm going this way, they're coming this way, right? And the median in between us. He comes flying over the median, straight down on my car, like my front windshield. And the headlights are like so strong that I can't see anything. And he's going fast. We're on the highway. So he's going. He comes straight towards my windshield. And I just kind of like, I don't really remember exactly what happened, but I'm just kind of like swerve my car. And I pull over to the side of the highway, like right, because I swerved and stopped, right? I look back and I'm freaking out. I'm having a panic attack because in my mind, I was like, I'm dead. Like, this is my death date. And I look back and the car is completely gone. Nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. There's no other cars on the road, and there was a car next to me when it happened. I swear to you, I could not make this up. My grandparents didn't even believe me because they were like, Allie, if a car came flying at you over a median in the air, right, and you swerved off, that car was out of control and it would have hit something. It would have gone on the street. It would have, it would have been on the road. It would have crashed into something or another car because there were cars next to me. Gone. Nothing. Like it never happened. And I just drive off. No other cars stopped. The car's gone. There's no accidents. There's no nothing. Like, come on. I believe that when something happens in your life that's not supposed to happen, or you're not supposed to die at that moment, or it's like a mistake in like your plan, that you can like jump into like a different reality or something. I know it sounds crazy.
So you think that was like a glitch
in the Matrix?
Yeah,
Glitch in the
what you
Matrix.
Literally, I swear. I was like, am I hallucinating? Like, did that just happen? Like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. Have y'all ever experienced something like that?
Oh my gosh.
No, not that crazy. I mean, I've had dreams and stuff crazy like that, but dang, that one, that's a crazy one. That's a crazy story right
And
there.
I say it was coming straight at me. Like, it was so close that I couldn't see because the headlights were so bright because it was right in front of me, like in the air. No.
Oh my god. The only thing that I've experienced that is like, it's not alternate reality, but it's like maybe spirit world is like seeing ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
You seen the ghost, bro?
Yeah, I used at my house in Hewitt when I was younger. I used to see my great grandma all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get sentimental, but like since we're on the topic, like that's what I don't know. That's the only thing I've seen proof. I've seen videos on like what you're talking about,
Yeah.
and like granted there may be like YouTube videos like edited and stuff, but I believe there's no reason for me not to believe what you're saying. You
Yeah.
know, there's nothing that has shown me that it isn't real.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, like it was the most craziest experience of my life. And for a minute, I thought I was going crazy because I was under a lot of stress that day. And sometimes they say like prolonged stress in your life can like induce, certain things like schizophrenic like hallucinations or like something like that. So I was literally going through all of this in my head. I was like, what's happening? Like, did I just hallucinate that? Like, is there something like, you know what I mean? Like it was just so unbelievable. And for me, since I'm kind of like stuck in between my religion and like science, it could have been an angel that saved me. It could have been God watching out for me, or it could have been some crazy like Matrix thing that people talk about. Like I don't know. It's just weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they say life is a big hallucination. Like, man, I don't want to get into all that, but since we're kind of on the topic, like my dad passed away September the 5th, 2019, and my sister she sees him all the time. I haven't seen my dad yet.
Yeah.
Like,
What did she
I'm
say? Like how?
she said one day he came to her in a white robe and was just like, I'm good where I'm at, basically saying he's good, like don't worry, like he's by her side, stuff like that. And then my sister said yesterday that when my dad passed away, he was on like, all right, so when you go in the hospital and somebody's like on the deathbed, okay, let me tell you the whole story about my dad passed away. So, all right, so back September 5th, my dad passed away. I was at the gym. My stepmom called me. I was on the treadmill and I was, running on the treadmill. My stepmom called me. Every time she calls me, it's because something's going on with my dad. My dad done went out, got in a car crash. He done left home. She wondering where he's at or something like that. It's never because she worried about me, honestly. I mean, me and her didn't even like each other. But anyway, she called me and like I didn't even want to answer. And like my phone just answered itself. I know I didn't press this green button on my iPhone. Anyway, she called me. She's like, Marselis. I'm like, oh, something wrong. She's like, your dad passed away. I went, oh my God. And she's like, your sister ain't answering either. I said, oh, damn, where's they at? So I took off. I got off the treadmill. I took off out of the gym, got my gym bag, got in the car, started driving fast as hell on the main highway. Went to my sister's house because she had an apartment in front of mine. Like hers was like the front of the building, mine was behind the building. So I went over there to her door, knocked on the door, and as soon as she opened the door up, I started like tears rolling down my eyes. And she was like, Marcellus, what? Like I couldn't talk. Like it was like my throat. Like I was like, Dad, I was like, Daddy passed away. She's like, no, you lying, no, you lying. She started crying and stuff. She started getting her stuff. So she was like, "Where's he at? Where's that?" She called my stepmom, and they said he's at the hospital. My sister's going fast as hell. She going through stop signs, stop lights. You know, we were just going crazy. And all I remember, this shit was like a fucking movie. So we go in the well, before we go in the hospital, we get in the parking lot. My aunt, she's there crying. I got my cousin there. He seemed like he was down. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? This shit seemed like a fucking movie. I go walking, and you know how the automatic doors. All right, so we go through there. I'm just like, man, something don't feel right. So we go up to the desk and like, we're here to see Garrett Scott. They're like, you can't come in right now. You guys got to sit over there and wait. You'll be able to go in later. So my uncle comes and Malia, my sister, that's her name, Malia. She was like, hey, there's Uncle Bullet. I said, oh, there is Uncle Bullet. So he went up to him and was like, hey, my dad all right? And then we told him, was like, look, the lady ain't gonna let us in. He said, let them in. That's his kids. Let them in.
Oh, yeah,
She opened up the doors.
I would have been like,
She opened up the doors, and all I seen was like 3 or 4 nurses. They just all looked like they was in shock looking at us. And at the end of the hallway, just cops standing there at the front of the dang door, like before you go into the hospital. You know how like hospitals have like the little curtain or whatever. The curtain was closed, so we walk up, we go. I'm like, dang, just the whole vibe was just weird. And so I got up to the cop. We got near the cop, and he was just like, "So, would you guys like to go in?" My sister was like, she didn't want to go in. I said, "Y'all go in." So he opened up the curtains, and all I seen was just a body laying on the bed on the bed. I'm just like, my other aunt or two of my aunts there. The doctor was there, and another cop was at the bed where my dad was at. And like we walked in there, and then the cop was like, "Do you want to see him?" And I was just like, "Why not?" I was like, "All right." So he pulled the curtain off. I don't want to call it a curtain, a sheet, whatever it was. Pulled it off my dad. All I seen was like a tube in his mouth. He was dead. I just fell out. Boom. Me and my sister, we was crying. I was like, "What happened?" I was like, "What happened to him?" And then something just like came over me. Like, no, my dad got killed, bro. So like something told me, and I walked to my aunt. I said, "If I found out when these cops killed my fucking dad, I'm gonna go off." And I whispered it to her. And like I walked out, went outside, and like I was sitting down, like, damn, man, why? My uncle came up to me. He said, my uncle, he barely talks to me. Like my uncle's the type of person that he's like, hey, how you doing? Hello, goodbye. He comes to like get together and stuff like that. We ain't never had like deep conversations, but he always kept it real with me. He looked at me, he said, look, Marcellus, he said, look, I've lost my dad, I lost my brother. He said, I don't know what to tell you, but he said it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna make it through this. And then he walked off. And I was like, damn, the whole vibe was just crazy. And then somebody in my family, I can't remember exactly who it was, said that my dad was like his spirit was standing there looking at us while we were crying. Like his spirit was there. But I didn't see my dad's spirit. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
so what happened?
So the whole story is the fact they said that he was out in Cowan, Tennessee. They said he was acting unruly. He was drunk and acting crazy, and the cops came. And they said that he called help for the ambulance. You know, I guess my dad was maybe intoxicated, whatever. And they said that he was acting out of control, and they put him in the back of a cop car. So if somebody's going through something, and they call the ambulance. You put him in the ambulance, and they said they couldn't contain him, so the cops came, and they said he died on the way to the police department. Honestly, we come to find out they put like freaking barbed wires on my dad's wrist. They hog tied him up and literally beat my dad to death, honestly. But we didn't get into the whole case and everything like that. But yeah, my dad got killed by the cops. So yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, but I just keep on moving every day. You know, I just keep on grinding and doing my best to just honor him by not, going out here messing up, by going out here and creating a successful business, by going out here speaking and doing what my gift is, and just living his legacy through myself. That's really all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's not as tough as it may seem because I just knew I knew he would be straight because my dad he used to read the Bible a lot. Well, really spiritual man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was only 47. Yeah, 47 years old. That's young to me, honestly. I
Yeah.
think that
That's
you're not
young to
really.
everyone, bro.
That's young.
That's young.
Yeah.
That's young, man. That's why I respect you so much, my man. I don't want to sound like that guy, but I can't even imagine losing my dad. And you're out here like honoring your dad. Like you're killing it every single day. You're working your ass off. Like you're doing it in his honor. And I mean, like I respect the shit out of that. Like you're doing everything for him. Like I don't even know what I would do. Like
Right.
I remember like when you came into our team chat and told people that and kind of let the whole family know. Like I honestly like I only know you I only knew you for maybe like half a year, and then like I realized like how much you like it hurt you 100%, how much it hurt you, but then how much you used it right away as fuel and as drive and as motivation for what you're doing. And I instantly like endless respect. I will never have no respect for you. You have gained my respect eternally because of that. Like I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what you guys went through, what your family went through and everything. So mad respect to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
Thanks for
mean,
sharing.
things happen, bro. Like, it's part of life, the only thing that I'm really worried about is just literally like my brother, like, him and being in prison and stuff, but he's about to get out here soon. I know it hurt him really bad, not being able to get out, see him, go to the funeral. And I remember at the funeral, I wrote a note, put it in his casket before they closed it and everything like that. And every day I just live by it. What I said in that note, I'm going to stand by it until I'm dead. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's amazing.
yep.
And I respect you so much because I feel like I would just be, whew, a mess. I'd be so angry at the world. You know what I mean? And just to see you here doing so good and being positive and just all, it's just amazing, honestly.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm kind of
Yeah.
like
All
Okay.
right.
So
we gotta like laugh or something else.
we
We
got
gotta do
like
something.
we got like 6 minutes left in the podcast. Sorry about that, the audience. I don't want y'all guys to feel bad or sad. I just want you guys to like, what I'm saying, something happens to your life. Get up, dust yourself off. Life is gonna keep going on. And then, death is it's something we cannot get away from. Life is the most riskiest thing ever because none of us getting out alive. We might as well enjoy it while we can. Hold on, Ali, I wish you had a song you could play for us right now, but I guess you can't put nothing out on the podcast because the management and all that stuff. So we don't want to, restrict the guidelines of whatever you got going on. But is there anything you want to
They're a lot
say?
stricter than I would be. If it were like completely up to me, I would be like, yeah, let's listen to all of them.
How many songs do you think you have like locked up in the chamber, ready to drop?
Ready? Well, okay. None of them are ready to drop. You know what I mean? So I have probably about 35, 40 songs, but
Okay.
none of them are ready to drop because whenever we pick out the songs, we re-record it anyways and we redo the whole thing. So, but I have a good amount of music. I have enough to
Shoot.
put out an album right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, you got another drop out like 3 albums, a EP.
One after another, boom, boom, boom. I can't wait to drop music though. Oh, I can't wait.
What is
And
like
honestly,
oh sorry for cutting you off.
oh,
Go.
I don't know. Go ahead, go ahead.
What's like the main holdback when it comes to that stuff?
Right, that's a good
Um,
question.
yeah, that actually is a really good question because I didn't even understand that a year and a half ago. Um, the main holdback is really just timing. Um, in my career, I want longevity.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like rushing to dropping the music and rushing to putting myself out there and all of that, just kind of like developing who I want to be as an artist, what I want my music to sound like. I mean, my sound alone has changed so much in the past year. or like the songs that I'm writing have changed so much. So just figuring out, and I'm young, like who I am, what I want to represent, what I'm going to do with my career, like all of that takes time to develop and get in order. And you want all of that to be together when you put yourself out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what it comes down to. And honestly, I'm grateful for the time that I've had with my team because at first I was like, I just want to drop something. I just want to da 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 da. But looking back on it, like definitely was the right thing to wait and just grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Marcellus, you were gonna say something.
Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Did it pass your head?
Yeah, it passed my head.
All right.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Okay, well then I guess dang. I mean, Allie, it was awesome having you on.
Thank you so
Awesome. I
much.
mean, yeah, no problem. No problem. I mean, like I said in the beginning, I mean, it's another to add to the people I never thought we were gonna have on our podcast. I mean, I got to give kudos to Marcellus because I think you and Marcellus connected first. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, kudos to you guys. Kind of, I guess, coming to agreement to have you on. But yeah, it was awesome having you on, listening to your story. Um, if you want to give like an ending shout out to your links, go for it. You have the floor. Give yourself a shout out.
Well, my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of that is Ally Lynn, Ally with two Y's, .Lynn. Um, that's pretty much it. I mean, I have old music on Apple Music and all that, but nothing's dropped yet. So go follow me on Instagram and TikTok and all of those good things to be updated on the process.
Well, I mean, guys, you heard it here first. Allie Lynn, again, awesome having you on. Guys, down below, all her links will be there, at least the ones I could find. Now I'm going to add the ones that you said. All her links will be there. So go make sure you show support to her. Obviously, if you heard her story, you like who she is. I mean, go. She's an awesome person. Awesome having you on. Go show support. Again, if you want to support Triumph Company and the TOD project, go to triumphcompany.us, buy some merch, and at Triumph Company, let us know that you support the team. But again, this has been episode 15 of TOD Project. Thank you for coming out, and we will see you guys next time.